Good morning, people. Watch Woman 65 is a voice here with a article that I think you're going to want to hear. Now, before I start this, I want to say something and make it crystal clear. I'm not here to tell you that this virus is real or not. Obviously, the virus is real. I had something, and so did other people, and something is going on. I'm not here to tell you that I'm here to say this, though. We are not in the tribulation. Okay, I'm here to say this again. The tribulation has not started. We are not in the seals. People are writing and commenting about, are we in the tribulation period? No, we're not. But God is allowing this. Keep this in mind. God did not cause this, but He is allowing this. Okay? With that said, like I said earlier, the church is on its way out. Okay? The church is on its way out. We are not subject to the wrath of God. But I want to read you this. And this is off a Gateway Pundit. It says to save America. Now we know who can save America, and that's Jesus himself. To save America, President Trump must fire Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx immediately. Go ahead. Rip up their garbage models and hire Andries Tignell from Sweden. Now, keep this in mind. Sweden didn't close anything down. They didn't have a major lockdown. Their economy is still going. They didn't close any schools, any restaurants, any public places. They're still going on. Their death rate and their tolls are the same, if not lower, than the U.S. or around the globe, for that matter. It says here, with each new day, it's apparent that Trump was misled by panic-stricken doctors with garbage models, irrational advice with little common sense. Each turn, the geniuses have reduced their COVID-19 numbers after overhyping their initial predictions. This thing, like I have been saying in video after video, this is the foundation for the Antichrist. And what he's done is put fear in people. You see how confused the people are about this virus. They don't know whether you get it from a fever, because anybody can have a fever. They don't know what you get it from, what antibodies are there. There's nothing but mass confusion among the doctors. They're now laying off hospital workers because they don't have enough work for them to do because everybody's so focused on COVID-19. God is not the author of confusion. I'm just going to put that out there. And like I said, I'm not here to argue with you about whether this virus is real or not. Obviously, something's going on. Obviously, China bought something over. They did. But I think they overhyped it. Just yesterday, we learned that the experts were even off about the whole month of the first 3 dates in the United States. The Fauci experiment has cost over 26 million jobs and cost as much as 34 trillion so far. And I'm going to repeat this again. God did not cause this, but He is allowing it to happen. The church is on its way out the door in the sky. The church won't be here for this. We are not in the tribulation. The seals have not opened. I'm going to repeat that. We are not in the tribulation and the seals have not opened. If that was the case, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be talking to you right now. No. 9 times out of 10, you probably wouldn't have any internet. It says here, Sweden never shut down its schools, never locked down its economy. Restaurants remain open. Moderate social distancing was recommended. but they didn't do it. Sweden's chief epidemiologist announced this week that their strategy appears to be working and that herd immunity, HERD, herd immunity, could be reached in the capital Stockholm in a matter of weeks. And on Wednesday, Swedish Health Minister Anders Tegnell told the world their living model is working. Right now, you can't go near someone. You can't touch someone. They don't want you to be 6 feet near someone. You can't touch them. You can't hug them. You can't do anything. That is not from God. I'm just saying. That is not from God, and God is not the author of confusion. The curve is flat in Sweden, and there has been no rises in Stockholm. There never has been. And they've never shut down anything. Trump needs to dump Fauci and Birx and hire this guy from the civilized world. It says, the press conference was on the website of the Swedish Health Ministry, posted April 22nd, which was Monday or Tuesday, and ran just over 45 minutes. It says, the controversial health minister of Sweden, Anders Tegnell, and colleagues revealed the latest results of the Sweden COVID model, which, as we all know, did not lock down, did not quarantine. We made it riveting. What made it riveting was this. There is no crises, no death spikes, no national emergency, nor shortage of hospital beds. Listening to the press conference twice and transcribing every word was like watching paint dry. And with each passing moment, the story became clearer and clearer to me. Sweden can save the world right now, as they say it. Ladies and gentlemen, no one can save the world but God himself. Sweden can't do it. And personally, I think the United States is too far gone. That's just me speaking. It's not easy to get the real story out of Sweden. You will see many historic headlines from international media claiming Sweden is headed straight over a cliff, led by maniacal health ministers Anders Tegnell, and I'm not going to pronounce his name, from wherever he's from, the People's Health Authority. Call these voices Corona Davidians, a kind of secular doomsday cult. Sweden is led by Tegnell and his colleagues at FHM, went on his way to the shock of the world and created his own model to achieve national herd immunity. Moderate social distancing was advised but not enforced, and the focus was on protecting the elderly. Businesses were advised to limit this density of crowds. Schools were not closed. Life went on. It's working. The curve is very flat since the beginning of April, and that's very good news, Tegnell said. It's very good news that no rise in cases in Stockholm at all. This comes on the heels of 23 formidable doctors from Europe opposing the engulfing COVID model and propaganda. One of them, renowned German infectious disease expert, I'm not going to pronounce his name, you'll see his name when I link this in the description box, called his government anti-COVID measures grotesque, absurd, and very dangerous. The life expectancy of millions is being shattered, referring to the impact of the world economy as horrifying. And these measures are leading to self-destruction and collective suicide based on nothing but spook. Ladies and gentlemen, the Antichrist, like I've been saying in video on top of video, this is the foundation of the Antichrist to bring in the New World Order, the beast system, and to control the people. Sorry about that. Throughout the world. This is what this is. I see it now. It's as plain as day to me. And I was wrapped up in this. I was confused about this thing. And I'm looking at it now and I'm like, wow. When I saw that model in Sweden, I'm thinking to myself, you've got to be kidding me. The church is gone. We are on our way home because I see nothing but deception and confusion. It's here now, and it's going to be even more so after the church is gone. I got another report too off of Now the End Begins about global vaccinations. I'm going to leave the article in the description box. By all means, comment on it. By all means, tell me what you think. But like I said, I'm not here to refute it. I know I had something, but I got over it. Now my heart is weak because I still got that fluid around the heart. I don't know about the lungs. I still cough, but I'm pretty much okay. Praise God. Comment about it by all means, because I'm going to say this. If this is true, this is the biggest hoax since Satan spoke to Eve in the garden. I'm just putting it out there. That's the first time I had read this about Sweden. And if you listen to the news, they don't mention Sweden very often. I'm just saying. So by all means, I'm going to leave it in the description box. I'll be back on later. Thank you.